is going to come down to. And it's going to be the Subliners to start it off. Optic Texas feeling the momentum, feeling the crowd after a great search and destroy win. Can they change it to this map 3?
Absolutely. As you said, most times we're looking at teams to walk away with attacks. This time it feels like, given both of these teams' repertoire, it's all about who to walk away with the defenses. Currently Optic in firm control over at that B zone, nearly a third of the way there, and they're also putting pressure on the top side of the map. Right now it's Shotzzy having a blast over at the A zone. New York at the back of their base, yet to really put a dent in this Optic attacking side.
They can't. They haven't even been able to find a kill as well.
Wait a second.
Shotzzy wins the one-on-one over towards A. That's 2 ticks about the 3 over towards B. New York had to get a move on it. Shotzzy wins another one-on-one. B's already out the way. Optic are finding all the kills at the right time. And Shotzzy might have just done enough to get 2 segments by himself at this 8 point. He's still not gonna drop until the trade comes in from Priesta. But 1 segment is all you need. With 2 minutes on the clock, Optic Texas coming out swinging.
Jay, I'm gonna let you know now, this one's done. This one's over. And that is the way that you get momentum on your side. Load into an attack. Once they got on both of those objectives, they never looked back. But Jay, it was the one-man army inside a restaurant. Shotzzy so clutch to win those 1v1s, to make his teammates' lives so much easier in the pivot, in the transition, to get over toward that other zone. Excellent job here in round 1.
That was just flawless right there out of Optic Texas. Nice and early success on the attacking side. Now they're going back on the defense, and this time around, they're the team with trophy systems. So they're gonna be prepared for the push. Dashy at least takes down 1. His trophy takes him down, but there's Ghosty for the cleanup. They're trying to shut down this early pressure from the Subliners over towards B. The SMGs working flanks.
Looking for a few, and it is a team nade. That is not gonna be a lovely sight to see. And with that team nade, it ends up allowing for Hoop to have the easiest kill to the middle side of the map. So back to the drawing board you go. Did get 1 segment over at B, but now it's about where does New York elect to go now, Jay?
They have to make a decision, because right now Optic Texas on the 2-2 split. They're finding all the kills at the right time, but Shotzzy drops. Dashy gets some bad COD timing, and unfortunately turns at the wrong moment to now allow Subliners to pause the time, get on this 8-point first segment about to be done. But Ghosty and Hook, they find 2. They're still gonna apply this pressure.
Oh my goodness, what a snap there from Matthew Tinsley. Excellent work there out of Kismet. Priesta needing that fight, not gonna earn it. A current 2v1 on the point, and Dashy may have looked to wait for some reinforcements given those close spawns. It looks like this A zone is surely gonna go the way of the Subliners, and it will. An extra minute added onto the clock, and in the meantime, Jay, they also didn't give up all that much time.
Yeah, they didn't give up a lot, and they also didn't give up a lot of lives as well. They only find themselves down by 2, but you have to be able to take care of these players coming off spawn. Hook with a huge one-on-one versus Hydra to shut down that pinch. So now all of New York are gonna apply pressure through the middle of the map. Kismet invested that Death Sounds to try to take bedroom control. He does take down Shotzzy, but your teammates are nowhere near the point. It's a lot of other players from Optic Texas you have to account for.
Ghosty also trying to dictate the spawns. Keep in mind that arrow on the bottom left side of your screen. He's trying to make the lives of New York a little bit more difficult, spawn them on the top side of the map, make them have to work through the opposite spawn. And right now, that is the trick they're looking to make. Kismet, another crucial gunfight up close, nose of the spawner that Ghosty is trying to be. Great work coming in from him. That's a 4 spree, and now it's a stack from the Subliners.
And Shotzi's gonna be the only guy who can actually make a play through top bed, and he might have found the timing. He's able to take down 2. The route man makes it happen, and Ghosty invests the cruise missile, so nothing gets out of hand. Optic Texas take full control of the map once again. 2 players pushed out towards bedroom. Fortunately, Ghosty does lose that fight to Hydra. But it's Dashy's turn now to put down the beams through the middle of the map while his teammates are still holding strong over towards the bedroom side.
Few begin to fall. New York looking for the regroup. Again, right now, if you're Optic, just trying to cut away a few players in stride, have those trades favor you. It is 2 segments over at B, so 1 more to go, and we're at a tie game, ultimately. But it's Shotzzy again. Such a fiend on the flank. Tagged up and bagged up. New York find their answer. They find their window. It's skies for 2. And the round there from New York As you said, Jay, it was all about attacks, and that has absolutely been the story. 2 for 2 as we are level at 1.
Yeah, Subliners, it wasn't as easy as it was for Optic Texas in that round number 1, but you complete that 8-point, you're able to extend that time, and then Hydra goes in a nice little 5-3 towards the back end, catching players from Optic Texas all spawn, creating openings for his teammates to eventually get on the point. And I love right there the play out of Skies, because he's the only guy that gets on towards B, but he puts himself on the backside of the block, so Shotzi's not able to find an angle unless he overextends. That leads to his teammates setting him up. New York able to tie it up at 1. Now it's Optic Texas. Can they have another attacking victory?
And it feels like for Skies at that moment, it's such a high-pressure moment, but as we saw in the content piece, that guy's been going through a lot this week, and at that lie detector test, and I'm sure matches like this maybe feel a little bit easier based on the nerves, but into this round 3 we go. Optic on the attacking side and having a little bit to deal with over at the restaurant. By no means going to see that same level of success early on in the round, but given those close spawns, they're going to regroup and just try to get this one out of the way as fast as possible.
Yeah, you just got to get A out of the way, and Ghosty with that too. Might have just got it done. Second segment is about to be in, and look how aggressive Shotzi is already on the map. Finds himself through middle arch, but he is going to get spotted, so you just want to play your life before and allow your teammates to get into the play. But now time is extended, 2 minutes. Try to work over towards this B point. Optic Texas is going to approach the flank angle because they don't have bedroom control. If they get a couple kills all spawn, that's the best case scenario. Hook at least find 1, but 2 of his teammates drop at the same time.
Yeah, problem being, well, I was going to say is that New York are aware of his position, but it may not matter. Hook looking to be a bit of a thorn in the side. Eventually falls, and now we take a look at the top side of the screen. Minute 30 on the clock. You see Priesta now on a 5-spree, 1 more, and he's got the cruise missile. Trying to build up the artillery right now if you're New York. Also trying to build up the life advantage right now. Currently 22-18, a lot of games still to be played as Optic look to group up for once more another attacking play. All 4 players up as we begin with a pick from Ghosty.
And that's a big kill right there because now you have bedroom control. You're gonna have 1 player committing towards the flank. Unfortunately, can't win the fight, and that leads to the Subliners finding 3 at the right time. Last player is gonna be Dashy. He does take down 2, but he has to do more because the players on his side are nowhere near. Oh, you have to worry about Kismet, who takes him down towards bottom bedroom. So 45 seconds left. New York still trying to hold on.
Excellent timing there from Kismet in that 5 minutes. Ghosty putting the SMG in use. Hook with the 3rd. Kismet, last player up. What can he do? What can he accomplish as he waits for the cavalry to arrive off of spawn? And they got the top right side of the map. So it is going to be New York arriving at the perfect time. 2 end up going Optic's way. A nade coming in over the top. Priesta there for the answer. We continue to exchange blows. Back and forth, 20 seconds on the clock.
20 seconds to go. New York just have to hold strong over towards the double desk. All of Optic Texas applying pressure through the front. Let's just fly on out. Who's gonna play his life? Time is now gonna be paused. They get on the point. 8 to 10 in lives remaining. Trades are going back and forth. The second segment is in. Optic Texas trying to win it here.
Oh, Kismet, it's a fighting one in the meantime. Ghosty falls. And Kismet just made the play. It looks like that's the case. 4 lives left and 4 seconds left on the clock. Did New York just clutch up? It looks like it. Oh, my word. Kismet just went God mode there at the end. That round had Optic's name written all over it, Jay.
You got to think, when Optic get a clean 3 dead, they know that the last player has to be on a flank. They know it's Kismet still alive. But once Kismet is able to find at least 1 kill, that's all he needed to do. He stays alive and forces Optic Texas to start to try to locate where he is in towards bedroom. And by the time they're doing that, all the time they are wasting, the players from the Subliners come off spawn and hold strong towards the double desk and secure the first defense of the map. They give up 5 seconds, but who cares? You got the W. Subliners up 2-1, back on the attack.
Reason why we talk about New York, their success, how important this control is for them, Jay, is because of when they've won control, it's led to success. 25-2 in series where they've won control. In series where they haven't, they're 2-15. So it feels like for the Subliners, this one is essential. You need to get it done, and you'd prefer to not have to do it in 5 rounds. jumping into another as Hydra looks to get going. Hook there to limit him as we continue to trade back and forth. Right now it's Texas with a decently sized lead in terms of the lives. Skies jumps in.
Yeah, Skies is in. Unfortunately, Nate is going to bounce rack and hit him in the face, but just focus on taking down Hoop. Big team shots out of Kismet to eventually equalize him. Now the first segment is about to come in towards A. Shotzi has that dead silence. He's trying to go for the flank. Him and his teammates combining for a couple team shots to take down 2, and dashing with the 3rd. Last player here is going to be Hydra. Do they commit on trying to locate him? With only 30 seconds left. Optic Texas walk away right now. They will have another defense.
Time paused, but only for a moment. New York with 2 members on that B zone. Dashy, what he can do toward the back. It's Hook, ultimately from the front. Right now it's a 2v2 inside of the point. Shotzi looking to make these fights be on his terms. Hydra ends up finding the double, so he stalled the time, but for the most part, it is going to allow for some freedom to happen over toward the top side. One player from New York on A, the other over at B. Great work in the clutch moments for the Subliners to stay alive, and they are building upon that advantage. That is 4 down, and that could be game right there.
This could be game. They have the stack over towards B, so if you are Optic Texas, you know you can't fight that side.
It's a race.
It's already a race. They have 3 players on that side of the map. There's only 1 player from New York on the point. It's going to be Priesta, but they're finding all the kills. Dashy finds 1. That's now 3 dead. It's all on Shotzi. He drops, and the Subliners come out with the control to take a commanding 2-1 lead.
All it takes is 1 team fight. Takes 1 situation. 1 moment in that round number 4 where New York had an answer. They get the clean 4 down, and you could tell, Jay, they knew exactly what to do in that moment. They were prepared for that success. Locking up B, transition to A, and from there it's all about the trades. Wonderful work from New York, and as we said, their success has come from control. Rarely, if ever at all, do they lose a series after winning in control in a series.
And in that final round, I thought the Subliners, they were getting heavily outslayed. But when they extend that time, at least put a lot of pressure over towards B, and they also had 1 player over towards A. You're now forcing Optic Texas to come off spawn, put a lot of commitment towards that B point, but at least send 1 player towards A. So it's not going to be a 3v4. It's not going to be a man advantage with you on that side of the map. And that leads to Kismet finding 3. Once he takes down all 3 players at the B point, he knows B's out the way. And at the same